Oh
And
my God.
and I'm just going to say over to you, Monisha, and then you can introduce yourself.
Okay.
Okay,
But
perfect. Thank
yes,
you.
Ma'am,
thank you so
everyone,
much.
yeah,
Hi,
ma'am,
Akash.
everyone are in. Hi, ma'am. Everyone, we have admitted, everyone has joined. So we'll
Oops.
wait for next 2-3 minutes and then we can start.
Oh,
Sure.
everyone's admitted? Sorry.
Yes, yes, yes.
Let me behave myself now. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, Hiru ma'am.
We've admitted everyone very early today. So good evening. Welcome to our lovely new Central Books / Librarian session with Monisha Rao Chowdhury. We're so excited to have her here. And welcome to everyone at this venue. Glad to meet you too, Yamini, Sumit, Yamini. Hello, everyone. Hello, Malti.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Hi, Shrivali. How are you?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening, Kavita, Ravi Kumar.
Good evening, Hiru.
Good evening. Good evening, Ragwinder. Nice to see you all. Good evening, Jagdishwara, Rakshishwari.
फातिमा नगर है
आप जरा म्यूट कर लो, प्लीज. Good evening, Jenny. Nice to see
Good
you after
evening,
a long
ma'am.
time. Yes.
Good
Good evening.
evening.
Good evening, Kavita. Good evening, Amol. Good evening, Manju. Good evening, Kavita.
Good
All
evening,
right,
ma'am.
it's 4:30. Manisha, are you ready? And
Yep.
are you ready to share your screen?
Yes, I will. I will. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Hiru. So I was looking forward to hearing a little bit again, of course, about the librarians' efforts. So would you please just shed a light in few words? Of course, you
Yes.
are. Yeah.
Yeah. Where is Akash? Where's Central Books? Central Books, are you
Yes,
going to say
yes, yes.
something?
Yes, yes, ma'am. So today, ma'am,
Okay.
we will be describing this session, why we are arranging this session, and what is the motive behind it. We will be representing one small video, which will elaborate why this session is arranged and how long it will continue, and what is the motive.
Perfect. Fantastic. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
So this is one small video.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What makes a library truly alive? It's not just the books, it's the people behind them. In collaboration with the Lifelarian Association, we are launching Library Excellence Talks, a year long series of 54 interactive sessions designed to inspire, connect, and empower librarians across India. Each session is a free webinar open to all educators and librarians with e-certificates provided for participants. Together, let's reimagine how libraries learn, share, and grow. Library Solutions. Smarter libraries, stronger learning.
Thank you very much, Akash. That was
Thank you.
wonderful. A good description of our collaboration.
Yes. Thank
Everyone,
you.
yes, everyone, please know your e-certificates will take 2 days. And if you have a problem of receiving, check your spam box, check your inbox before you reach out to any one of us. And with that, Akash, is everything okay? Shall I continue?
Continue. Sorry, ma'am.
Are you anything else to add, Akash?
No, no, ma'am. You can start. You can start.
All right. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. And so welcome to our collaboration with Central Books. Central Books offers books and to build your library, and they are partnered with Librarian. And Librarian is, as you all know, is the life of the librarians. Over to you, Monisha. We welcome
Thank
you
you.
with an open heart, and we are so excited to have you and share your best practices with us.
Thank you.
Please mute yourself, audiences. All right. Monisha, you can share your screen, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Hiru. And thank you, everybody, for this time, for sparing your time. I really appreciate that. And before I go ahead, I would just like to remind you that by the end of this session, the feedback form will be shared by Miss Methli, and please fill it up to receive your e-certificate for the next week. All right, so let me just go up to my share screen, and then I'll start.
Monisha, please tell us who you are, where are you from, and how long have you been working as a librarian? We want to hear that.
Okay, okay. Then I'll just pause the share. 1 second. Okay. Hello everyone. I'm talking to you, speaking to you from Dubai. I've spent a little more than a decade in Dubai now. I have worked in India across many curriculums. Perhaps I have covered all the major curriculums, starting with Maharashtra's local, the state board. I have taught there in Maharashtra for quite some time. Then Uttar Pradesh. Then, of course, our bigger and well-known boards of CBSC and ICSC. Then IB came in my life. So I have worked with PYP as well as DP programs of IB. And now in Dubai, I've been working with IGCSE and the UK National Curriculum Schools, that is the British Curriculum Schools. So all throughout my career in Dubai, I have been with British Curriculum Schools. So that's been a different ball game altogether and a different kind of experience too. So learned a lot over the years through trial and error, and with Hiru's motivation. Honestly, Hiru and Maithili are behind the scene to coax me, push me to come across the screen and, of course, share my experiences. So here I am.
Thank you so much, Monisha. It is individuals like you who are open to share and share your happiness and learning with everyone. And I'm so delighted to have you on the screen and an honor to have you on the screen. So please share your screen, and thank you again once again.
Yeah, so these are Hiru and all my colleagues who are over here in this Zoom room. I welcome you to my little nuances. It is nothing out of the world. Don't expect any magic wand around there, but just plain common sense which you need to use. So I begin with that. Just give me a moment to share my screen again. 1 second. So here it is. The table of contents as it goes is policies and budget. So we'll begin with the policies first. See, guys, you need to keep all kinds of policies in place. So the first policy in place should be your reading policy in school, whichever organization you are in, whether it's a school, it's a college, whatever. Maybe in college and universities, you may not, need that structured policy about reading, yet in schools, it is there. Whichever curriculum you are associated with, whether it is CBSC, ICSC, anything under the world, you need to have your reading policy in place. Now, reading policy, again, it entails your different levels. So basically, just divide it between three major age levels. That is for the FS, I mean the KG, the real tiny tots. Then it comes a little upper primary. I don't know what you describe it as. I mean to say year 1, 2, 3s. That is class 1, class 2, and class 3. Then it differs from year 5 to 7. And then 7 upwards is a different age group. And again, you have to have a little difference. Now, difference, it means it becomes a difference in the collection as well. So that also you need to have some line, generated or put in order in collaboration with your principal and your vice principal or head, whoever is there over and above you. Have a discussion and then put it in the policy. So that's my bottom line regarding the policy. Then you need to have something related to the borrowings. You need to be very clear that how long it is to be borrowed. In case it is damaged, the main part is getting it reimbursed. So, you will have irate parents, coming. Some parents, they do come and argue, no, my child, that denial mode is there. My child didn't lose, or my child. So you please have that damage and loss policy in place, so that your coordinator can also vouch for you or stand by you, right? And apart from that, just send timely reminders for every little bit, be it the furniture, uh, be it the light or something going off in the library, the logistics part. You always send reminders. So be in touch with your colleague in the accounts, in the administration, in the, what do you say, the cleaning person as well, because you need them and you need them constantly. Trust me. Besides your academic colleagues. So it's not just the academic people that, okay, I need to talk only to the coordinator or the teacher or the, no. Is someone asking me anything?
Thank you so much, Vadi. నువ్వు చేసి ఇచ్చినందుకు చాలా థ్యాంక్స్ బాబు.
Okay. Should I continue? I can hear some voices in between, so kindly keep yourself on mute, and please, you are welcome to ask me any challenges that you face before I go on to the next module. So, regarding policies and budget, do you have any questions, any queries? You can ask me now. All right. Nobody has any queries? Fine. So,
Ma'am, how do we
yes.
frame
Yes.
the library budget?
Library budget. Budget, you know what? You need to keep basic 3 things in mind, on 3 lines on which you should divide your budget. So the first, you should divide your budget between fiction and non-fiction. How much you want for, in fiction books, how much you want for your non-fiction books. And the third main head nowadays, now that so much of online stuff is there, if your school allows for subscriptions, so how much are you ready to spend out of your budget for the online subscriptions? Whether the magazines are concerned, or yes, Miss Manju, just give me a minute.
Monisha, may I request you to run through your presentation, because I'm sure some of the questions will be answered, and then we can take the questions at the end.
Okay, Niru. So let me just finish answering this, and then
Yes.
I'll go on to my next point.
Thank
So
you, because I'm
budget,
sure you will answer all these questions. This is just a table of contents.
yeah. So budget, basically, you should divide it between fiction, non-fiction, and your online subscription. You should be able to, allocate a certain percentage. Now you see, how much are you being allocated in total? So suppose I'm taking, for example, it is 5,000 rupees. Just an example. So out of that, you need to make your own discretionary, decision, that how much should I get this year for my fiction? How much should I spend on non-fiction? And then you go with that statistics and details to your coordinator or head of primary or secondary or vice principal, and have a discussion. Take their views in mind. And then you can, of course, tweak your plan. according to your school's requirements. You can let your management know that these are the things that my library needs. So, and then you can go according to the constraints also, because every school has its own limited lines. So maybe your principal will tell you, no, I'm sorry, I cannot spend this much on this. Fine, keep your plan B ready. Okay, if you cannot give me this, you give me that. So that's how it's you who has to convince. That's about the maintaining the uh, main budget plan. Okay, now I would go on to team training. That's what I had mentioned. Team training. How many of you, just, write in the chat, how many of you are there in the library as more than two people? More than two people.
100 rupees each, I thought.
Usually
My
you are
friend Pankaj
alone.
is here.
May I request for mutes, please? Thank you very much. Okay. Usually what happens in the library, we are the maximum people. If it's a very huge library, then you have 5 people at the most. In school libraries, it is usually 2 people in a library. The main librarian and the assistant librarian, or a co-teacher, who maybe she comes part-time, or maybe she just, bees around, but it's the main you who is in charge. So please, please build a rapport with that person. Even if you are getting a neo-literate person, a very, very simple, working assistant who doesn't know anything about library working, teach them. Teach them these basic things about the book repair. All this will go on to make your own life easier. You may not get the same person in a week or in 2 weeks. Trust me, because that's what I have faced in real out here in such an developed country like UAE. So we also have the assistant constraints due to one reason or the other. So I have got different people in different weeks. So you can imagine I have taught each person. You have to do it because you cannot work alone in a library. You just can't manage everything on your own. Managing the classes, managing the operations, managing staff, everything at the same time. Parallel tracks go on for us. We are multitaskers. So please, please delegate jobs, train people as much as you can, as much as that person can learn, and it will help you. You can also take help of the student council of your school, the prefects, those students who are ready to volunteer, make library volunteers or helpers. Ask for them, ask for their help, and those students can come and help you in the library. It really makes a difference. Next, the most important point while we are working is about how we are handling our special children. We are not supposed to call them specially determined. We are now expected to call them as inclusion children. That's the terminology to be used. It is across everywhere, not just UAE, I'm saying. It is across every country in the world. So you are expected to provide special support to these kind of children when they come to your library. So please ensure that you have at least one section or one area which where you have books which are much more friendlier for such children. Hiru, I'm finding the disturbance again. Maithili, can you please?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm taking.
Yes, yes, I
can you
also
mute?
unmuted them.
Yes.
Unmuted. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So what happens with these special kids? We have to be really, really be careful as well as empathetic. So, like you may have to keep some like the braille books as well. Try to, pick them up during the book exhibitions you have or anything. Because for the visually impaired kids also, I'm not saying the kind who are totally blind as such, but yes, there are children these days who have some visual, constraints. So they are also supposed to read. So how will you make such a child read? You have to have that kind of book. Please keep some touch and feel kind of books also ready in the library, which is useful for such children. So that's just one of the ideas I'm just sharing over here. Maybe according to your area, according to your school's requirements, you can add something else. You can have some toys, you can have some other stuff which is with ask your inclusion head to uh, keep those teaching aids or manipulatives in the library. All right.
Monica, sorry, yeah,
Yes,
there is a question from Neeta. Neeta, would you like to share,
yes.
please?
Not a question, but just wanted to sort of
Clarify.
share
Hmm.
that currently we do not refer to children with disabilities as inclusion children, special needs children, um, and they are because they should not be identified by their disability. So
Hmm.
it is better to refer to them as children with disabilities rather than inclusion, rather than segregating them uh, or
No, we are not
labeling them with their
segregating them. It
disability.
is no, Miss Neeta, we are not segregating them. Inclusion, I mean to say that's the, in the course of our work, we have to include everybody.
Yes,
Everybody means everybody.
Monisha,
So it's
Absolutely,
not
which is why the
segregating.
label is not okay.
No, it's not labeling them. It's a way of, because we are in a conversation, we are talking over here. So, in one way or the other, we have to refer. So, I'm just referring to that point, and that's it. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that input. Okay. Next, I'll go on to collection maintenance. Now, collection development is one which we have spoken about in our earlier sessions as well by my other learned colleagues who have mentioned about how to you can develop your different genres in the collection. But I want to tell you today about how you can maintain that collection, or rather reinvent that collection. So you have to follow this crew method throughout. Every single day you need to look into your collection and then decide for yourself that okay, this one needs to be put apart or set aside, or this needs to be evaluated again. You may do it yourself, you may include your team, wherein again you have to train your co-librarians or the ones who are freshers, maybe who are just starting their career, that what all to look out for, what needs to be weeded out. See, from individually, if I talk about myself, I'm in a lot into this reading and evaluating. Why? Because I have to toe the line according to this country's government's regulations and rules. In India, it is a little more relaxed. Yet, let me tell you, even though we are in a democratic setup over there, still we need to look after or be sensitive to the beliefs, the faiths, the values of people. And that's a vast thing. So what, there are certain basic things which you need to take care being in a school library setup, which should not be, you know uh, shared or our children should not get influenced in any way by those, how do I put it? Um, those lines, I'm just trying to describe it that way. One example is racism. I'm just giving you that racism. The second one is about the sexual orientation. This is a major thing these days, and we need to take care of these, lines uh, where we as librarians, because we are information specialists, so we have to somewhere or the other draw the line or balance it out when questions are thrown to us. It may be a student, it may be an adult, it may be a parent or a co-worker. So you be prepared with that. So that means you stay in touch about what is happening around the world. Next is labeling, shelving, and color coding. Now, this goes a long way into making a librarian's life easier and organized. The more of color coding you would use in your library, it's you who's going to be happier. Trust me for that as well. So if you are, changing your shelves, because we actually in our open shelf libraries, we tend to, change the shelving. It is very common. So if you have your certain genre of books color coded, you can just, tell your assistant, okay, this is the color coded, this maybe a red coded book series. Just pick it up from there and keep it over there. She will understand that very simply. And it will be easier for you also as well when you are organizing your library physically. Even if your library shifts from one building to the other. Can you please mute yourself?
Mute.
Participant, please mute. Thank you. So your labeling, shelving, and color coding is a major, a crutch for you to lean on. You can, again, in your library, you can organize it by genres. These days, most of the school libraries are being organized according to genres. Hiru, you might, agree with me. In our PYP library, most of the schools are, they are organizing their books according to the genre and the theme, according to the PYP theme. Which would include maybe altogether English and math and science books, because they are related to that one particular theme. So the theme label is there on top, and all the books are kept over there related to it, and then again changed weekly or fortnightly. So that is one, that is thematic. Genre wise, you can do it. Subject wise, of course, which goes according to our DV decimal. But I think now the non-fiction applies or relies more on the DV decimal, because it is all subject wise. But fiction, it has become more of genre or genreification, self shelving. So whatever suits you, if you think that, you have a particular author's books in many, a lot of quantity, you can keep that particular author's books altogether. You can keep it series wise also. Suppose like these days the kids, they are into this what is it, Geronimo Stilton. So now you can keep all the Geronimo Stiltons together. So the kids will only pick up from there. So you can teach your students that, yes, this is there, and whatever you like, you can pick it up. So that is there. You can create your own categories in the library. You may be having, suppose for say moral education, you have certain number of books. You create that corner, you keep all the moral education books, maybe from 1 to 10, the levels are different. You can keep all those textbooks, storybooks together. So whoever wants a moral education books, they can just go there and pick up whichever level they want, right? So that's about the shelving part and creating categories. Anyone has any queries, just keep it ready and I'll, of course, answer you later. Now we come to being student friendly. Of course, all of us, we have been in academics. We are all student friendly people. But we have to go a little beyond that. Number one, know your students by their names. It's very important. The moment it's okay. They are called by their names by their class teacher. But in a classroom, it's, limited to just 25 kids or 20 kids. But you are handling, say, right, if you are a primary librarian, so right from FS to year 6, that is KG to class 6. And if you are middle school librarian, you are handling 7, 8, 9 up to 10. And if you are called as a secondary librarian, then 7 to 12. So you are handling half the school. That comes to almost around 5 to 600 students, approximately. Out here, if I talk about myself, yes, I handle around 600 kids in the primary side of my school. And I know I can, proudly say that, yes, I call them 90% of them, I call them by their names. So you have to build up that yes. Oh, even if I forget, I just, cook up a story immediately and just, mold it, and the child laughs. They understand that, yes, this teacher is handling these many kids, so it's okay if she mistakes my name. So please build that personal rapport with each and every child. Be flexible to their needs. Sometimes it happens that most of the times, I would say, like, our school timetable is tailored in one way, it is structured, which we all have to follow. Right now you have a period, next you have to go for a substitution, third you have a break duty or you have some other duty. But there are children who are enthusiastic readers who finish their book in a day, and they want to come back to you to, change their book. So make time for them. Ask them to come at any time of the day, and however busy you are, make time to exchange the books for them. It makes a lot of difference to that student, and they remember you for it. So please do these small little bits, and you will be, much more, you will be making places in so many hearts. Fiction area, for that matter, has to be absolutely according to your students likings. Please take their suggestions, create a suggestion box, keep it on your desk. Tell the students anytime in the day they can drop a chit note. They don't even have to write their name. Whatever series they want, or some particular book, or maybe some particular author's book. And then you open that box at the end of the day or 2, 3 days later and just go through that. It will help you build your book list. You don't have to, rack your brains or call up friends or anything, but yes, this is the key to build up your school's collection. Remember, you are like a marketing executive over there, and students are actually your customers. So you have to keep your stock ready according to the liking of your customers. That's the bottom line. So please take their suggestions. It will again help you in becoming and making your work easier. Okay, so we have come to the biggest key word of this session: collaboration. I'm trying to collaborate with you at this point in time. So collaboration is a strategy which begins from the grassroots and ends up at the top management in your respective organization setup. So it begins from the gate man, the security guard standing at your school gate, right up to your principal and the governor of the school. You should build a rapport. You should have that kind of, connectivity with each level, that because you need the help of every person in your work. So when your bulk boxes arrive, the book deliveries arrive, it is the security guard, the administrative head, who's going to help you with the logistics, getting it transported, arranging the people in the school, the staff, to get it transported to your library, then opening it up, everything. So again, you need the help of the support staff. So please collaborate with them. Academics wise, please build up a very good relation with your head of primary or your head of secondary, your English department head, your vice principal, whoever is your first line manager. Please always keep that person in tie, and whatever you plan, it has to go through him or her. So if you don't build up that relationship, I'm sorry, you are in a soup. So please do that collaboration, build your network. Now, network of collaborators goes beyond the schools, not just within. So if you want to, arrange an inter-school quiz or some kind of library exchange in your area as well, please talk to your colleagues. This is one great platform over here where you might be, meeting librarians who are in schools very close to your own vicinity. So get together, collaborate about some activity, and exchange. Let your group of children come to each other's schools, and you'll do great. You'll be appreciated for it by your principal as well. So you will score points as a librarian. Please trust me, always initiate. You are the one who has to initiate. Nobody else will come and do it for you. There are many workshops and everything happening for teachers in the classroom, but everyone is not able to think about the librarians. You have to think, you have to advocate for yourself. So please collaborate. Some foresighted thinking. Yes, foresighted thinking goes again into your planning. If you're planning an activity, just plan it way in advance. Take all your approvals, keep your printouts or anything ready if you are getting some, worksheet done or whatever. Coordinate. Please coordinate with your school staff members, which is again another synonym for collab. Present your idea to the principal via a very well drafted, document. It has to be short and crisp. Keep your plan in place in order to, convince your management. Why? Because the management also doesn't get convinced easily, or don't expect them to be convinced or say yes to your demands at first go. You cannot expect. They will always question you. So be prepared for those questions. You have to have a plan B ready, even for that matter, a plan C as well, just to get your demands or your requirements approved or done with. Sometimes it is regarding your furniture. It can be not just about your collection development. It can be about some other demands which may come from the students. So you have to have that kind of assertiveness to convince people that yes, what I'm asking for is correct and it is justified. So please, master the art of that convincing. So I'm just moving ahead, and here I go about upgrading yourself, which you are doing right now as well. All those who are here and you might be, attending some other courses also. So please upgrade yourself. In today's world, as you see now, AI is on the screen. Do you think that librarians' lives are over because of AI? No, I totally disagree. It is a similar question to years ago I had heard when we used to have the public calling booths. Okay? You remember the PCOs used to be there from where we used to go and make a call because all of us did not have a landline at home. And then came the fancy pagers, and then later the smartphones. So everyone thought, oh, we don't need these landlines anymore. Now Edison's invention is over. Has it really got over? No. Edison's invention has gone miles ahead now. So we do have the phones, but we still have the landline also requirement somewhere. Because when you fill up your government forms and all, they still ask for your landline phone numbers. So
Monisha,
similar, yes,
sorry. I said, would you like to
yes,
stop sharing your screen so we can have a discussion as there are a few questions?
yes. I'm just on the second last
Oh, I'm
slide.
so sorry. Yes, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm just heading towards the questions. So I was just at the upgrade stage. So please upgrade yourself, train yourself, go in for all these online AI related modules and those things where you can learn about AI. Take help from your students because today's generation is much more tech savvy than us. Trust me, they will help you. And the other day I learned about coding from one of my students. Coding, it's very interesting, and you can generate stories and you can put in the voices and everything. Well, I didn't know about all that, and one of my students, he taught me. So yes, there is no, don't think that okay, you will become any less by learning from a student. Not at all. You are a one man army. Librarians are always a one man or possibly two ladies or two men, handling the entire department. So look after yourself and always be proud to be a librarian. You are not a clerk, you are a librarian. So
Yes.
that's where I stop. And yes, Hiru, now you can, of course, I'll stop sharing the uh, PowerPoint, I guess. Yeah. Here I stop. So I'm ready for queries.
Thank you. Thank you, Monisha. That was fantastic. And yes, I love the way you said, I'm proud to be a librarian. So am I.
Yes.
And so is everyone over here. So there are some questions I'm going to ask you. Very knowledgeable workshop. Monisha, ma'am, kindly share your number. I think she is on WhatsApp group in the Library Matters. You can reach out to her on WhatsApp. And
Yes.
then what course I can go for being a teacher librarian? Garima is asking.
Garima, just very recently, Miss Hiru had shared, and it is still ongoing. In December also, you can enroll for the school librarians course, which Somaya University is offering. You can do that. And in India, of course, you have your bachelor's, and you that is mandatory. It is as good or equivalent to your B.Ed. It is actually a postgrad. Uh, okay, I've got. Can I just? Yeah. So you can always do those, courses. You can go on British Council's website and look up some courses. It may not necessarily be about librarianship. It would be more about English. So you can do those free courses, free webinars. You'll be getting some these certificates as well. So you can add it to your service record. So it will help you definitely.
Ma'am, also they can do in IGNO CLIS, ma'am. Certificate Library Information Science.
Yes, it is there from IGNU, but sorry to say, from IGNU it is. I mean, If you are interested in going abroad or doing, working abroad, it won't be recognized. Within India, it's okay. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
And IGNOU just gives you a very general, generic BLIS, which is fine,
Yes.
but it doesn't give you a specialized course on school librarianship. So, yes, for technical reasons for a job, BLIS, MLIS, they are very important. Namrata says, can you throw some light on the withdrawal policy? Or do you
Withdrawal
want to do
policy.
it on another session, or do you want to say
Yes.
something right now?
I can just, tell you briefly about the withdrawal policy and the weeding policy. But yes, we can talk about this in detail later. So again, it all means how much you have to, stay within the limits of your school, whichever school you're working for, and the area. So it depends on all that, and accordingly, you have to mold your policy. It cannot be just one state, what I state or I tell you now, it's correct, it is applicable for all. No, it doesn't work like that. Yes. Anyone
Can you
else?
share a session? Can you share some light on registers? How do you maintenance of registers?
Okay, registers, fine. Hero, actually, it's been ages, or everyone else, it's been ages that I have moved off the registers, but because it's all digitized now. But I do, of course, have the accession register on my, digital ERP system. But if you are maintaining it manually, then I would suggest that you keep two or three, separate. If you maintain two or three accession registers separately, I mean to say genre wise. So suppose for fiction you can maintain one, or for non-fiction you can maintain a separate, and like that. But in reality, I think it would be difficult unless you are starting an absolutely fresh library. You cannot do what I said just now. If you are already in an established library, you might be having one accession register. So maintain it as it is given. The accession registers, they are the old world things. But yes, you would have the columns of serial number or title and the publication and the edition year and the number of pages, like that. So you fill in those details and that's it. Yes. Did I answer you enough?
I think so. We'll have to do a larger session, longer session next time. Someone's asked for SOP for the library. We will do it next time. That's a lot. It cannot be answered right away. Please explain the budgeting and how to approve. Does it vary from school to school, and how to order books within the budget?
Yes. That's a very nice and valid question, which again entails a detailed reply, but I'll just tell you in few heads. Uh, Broadly speaking, yes, from school to school, the infrastructure is different. So, what Dhirubhai Ambani school will provide you, smaller scale school will not provide you, because the infrastructure, the monetary limits are different. So, you have to work according to the monetary limits of your school. What kind of gentry you are catering to? Is it a middle earning group public which is coming to your school, or the elite group? So you have to think in all those terms. You have to take that in account while budgeting for your library. Then the vernacular aspect, because if you are in a smaller area or whichever state, suppose you are in Gujarat, so you have to have the vernacular books section as well, not just English. So take care of those things and think deeply. If you need any help, you are most welcome to connect with me, and I could tell you individually as well. Okay, how
I'm
do you
just going
add?
to add. Yeah, Yamini says, my request to you, ma'am, need to collaborate with all librarians in one place like you. People keep connectivity. That's why we have these WhatsApp group. We have the Library Matters India group and we have the Librarian group. So be a part of that. There's questions. Monisha is on that group. All the people who are here are in the Library Matters India group. So please feel free to reach out. And now Central Books has started another WhatsApp group. So you're welcome to join any one of them.
Sure.
What are the suggested apps that can be used in the library?
Hiru, over here, for example, like
This is a
using more
question
of,
by Shiva Kumar.
yeah. So, since I'm here, so and what I'm doing actively over here, I can share that. You have to, look out again in your area what makes things go. Scholastic has a very good reading program, so you can use that. It's an online subscription. I am into ORB, that is the Oxford Reading Tree program, that is subscribed by my school because it is again based from UK and being British curriculum, we have to have it. So those are the major ones. Then Literacy Planet is there. It is subscribed by my school. So Literacy Planet is used more by the English teachers in my school. And the ORB program is shared between me and the English teachers. So from there we guide the kids, and we are able to get the statistical review of what and how much each child is reading and at what level. So you will have to see in your area actually what works and how much is Scholastic charging or any other reading app, because it is always per head, per student. So if your school agrees and it has that kind of student strength and parents are also ready to add it to the fees, only then will you be able to get it through.
All
Ask
right.
for a demonstration. Yes.
The feedback form is in the chat. Please feel free to put in your feedback to receive an e-certificate. It is 5:20. We are here for another 10 minutes. Monisha is here to answer all the questions, but the feedback form is in the chat.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm Ratnashri from Hyderabad.
Yes.
I'm very thankful for the meeting, and I want to share one thing, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Publishers have gave some competitions, story writing, so encouraged children to write. So one of my student he also selected and published. It's very really it's a very happy thing to me. So it's a highlighted. So it's very happy, ma'am. If we can conduct like that, that will be very helpful to all the children. I mean students to make them to read more books and they can have their own thoughts. Practically, they can write some books publishing. So they're very interested, ma'am. So I
Yes,
would
so
like
this
to
is already there, Miss, because Miss
Ratnashri,
Hiru
ma'am.
keeps on sharing regarding the children's writing and all. Of course, that is there. So you can always stay associated with such
Yes,
people
ma'am.
in your area who are into this.
So
Right?
read
Yes,
Bloom
ma'am.
books. Read Bloom books. If you has
Bloom,
he
yes.
Yes, ma'am. They
fantastic.
have one platform. They give all open links. So our children they are posting this. They're very exciting to write the stories
Thank
actually.
you. Thank you.
So that platform is from our librarians association. So it's very nice to see these all.
Yes.
Without this, no one is means encouraged. Even we don't know what is going on openly. So now this is the chance to know, and we can encourage the children, students to read. Main our target is to read the children, making them to encouraging and more efforts we have to put for that. No, ma'am.
Yes.
That's which I
Yes.
want to share with you. Thank you,
Fantastic.
ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you
very
for the.
much.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you. But Yamini also says she conducts quiz programs like current affairs and writing and essay writing and competition successes for government exam. Congratulations. Great job. from where can we get a good book in cooking, transportation, and other books like that in our fiction cell? Poonam, reach out to Central Books. They are the curator of lots of books. So reach out to them, write an email to them, and they'll get you books for cooking, transportation, and other books in their fiction section. About regarding interviews, Preeti, we will do another session on interviews. This is not the platform for interviews. We'll have another session on that. Thank you very much. Thank you, Akash. Next session, we have design thinking in the library with Pinky Chawla. Chawla comes in from Gujarat and she has been doing design thinking for a very, very long time. And how do you bring that into the library and to support all the 21st century's critical thinking skills? So next week, this time, we have Pinky Chawla with design thinking.
That will be immensely interesting, Hiru. Very, very interesting. Because design thinking is something very much practically implementable. So I'm sure I'm looking forward to Pinky's session.
Fantastic. Thank you. If you have any questions, please feel free to write.
Yes.
If you want to follow up on what is happening, please join the Substack link. You will be updated with all our blog posts and everything available online. So download the Substack app and then you can follow all our things. Somebody says, can you share some information about color coding? Monisha, color coding.
Yes. Color coding again, all right. So you can decide for yourself. Again, you have to take the decision for your library that which color you want to give to which genre or which series.
Can you give an example?
Say for example, fiction. Now in my library, I have labeled it with red and orange because I could not get more of red once that stock finished. So the nearest color was orange. So I've continued with that. So again, then for the lower primary, the little ones, I have marked those books with the green, a bright green color code. So again, you need an assistant to be doing this because you are the one who's going to catalog the book and set it aside and then tell your assistant that, okay, this belongs to this color code. So you have to put that color sticker on it, put a tape on it so that it remains. Or if you have the cling filming opportunity, I mean the facility in your school, so you can get your barcode stuck on there, then the color code sticker, and then get your book cling filmed. So that keeps the life of the book for a longer time, particularly the paperbacks, because fiction books are usually paperbacks, and that's what we buy to keep ourselves within the budget fringes. Because hardback books, they stay longer, but they are much more expensive. So color code is again up to you. Yes.
There is a question by Mukesh Chaturvedi. He has his hand raised. Mukesh, please go ahead and ask your question.
I can't hear him. He's muted.
Mukesh, you can ask your question. All right.
Maybe not connecting or something. Anyone else has any query? Please go ahead.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
This is not for inquiry. I just want to thank you, as well you and as well Hero, ma'am. That heartily thanks to for providing us a valuable information to gain more knowledge. Very much supportive for career. And this is session. So for thanks for reminder how lucky I am for acquiring knowledge and special thank you for you people to get in one places and you enlightened my knowledge. Thank you so much, Hero ma'am and Monisha ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's
Mo. Thank
very
you.
nice of you.
Thank you
Very
so
nice
much.
of you. We really are grateful for your kind words. But yes, we are here to, just share whatever we have learned in our lives because it's been a long
Exactly.
number of years.
Yeah,
Uh,
thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for speaking up.
Ma'am,
Thank you.
ma'am,
Yes.
hello.
Haji,
Ma'am,
bolo.
I
Hello.
wanted to
Bolo.
know one thing. Actually, my library is under the renovation, and I'm very happy to listen all the points which you have covered because so many things we are doing, color coding and everything. It's coming out very well, and it is very efficient system. But one thing which I wanted to know for the collection of the book, is there any rule that every year we need to purchase minimum 100 books? Is
No.
there any rule from the CBSE? Is that kind of rule is there?
No, there is no rule by the CBSE. However, if you are getting the budget, buy the books for the children. The more books you have, it meets the needs of every child in the school. So if you have money, please buy the books. I would buy the books every day if I had the money. So, and there's so much of good literature outside where children need to be exposed to. So yes, please buy if you have the money. You're the first librarian who says that, do I need to buy a book? Of course. That's all our job is.
Yes.
Buy the best books in the
Use
market for your
every penny
children.
of the budget that you are given. Even if you are given 2,000 rupees, wherever you are based in India, I don't know. Even if you are given, I'm just citing an example, minimum 2,000 rupees. Go and spend it on the second hand. Go find books, second hand bookshops. You can buy like a millionaire over there. That 2,000 will give you 5,000 worth of books. Okay.
Right, ma'am.
It's not that you have to buy absolutely brand new books. Maybe your
Right,
school
right,
cannot
right, ma'am.
afford, right? So work around. Be more
Right, we
practical.
purchase that way only.
Hmm.
We take a second-hand book, or if there is a book fair, so big discount is there. So that way we purchase.
Yes,
But
madam.
please, yes, but please also
An
look at the
online purchase is
quality.
also there from Amazon, Flipkart.
Yes.
Yes.
But make sure they are books that children like to read. Let's
Read.
just
Right,
not buy
ma'am.
books
Ma'am,
that we
yes.
like.
We do have that
Please look at
suggestion
the
book.
content. Please look at the content. These days, the visual cover, the cover of the book is also making a difference. So if the book cover has some, monsters and spooky things, although children, they may like it maximum, but you should not keep it because it is, again, related to mental disturbances. Today's world is much, much more sensitive and vulnerable because children are exposed to so much over the internet. So be careful about your book selection. Look at it yourself. Don't trust anyone else to pick up the books for you. Do it
Monisha,
yourself.
Right.
I'm going to beg to differ because my kids love horror books. And again,
Horror
it all
books,
depends on the policy
yes.
that you have in your school.
Here, actually, it is much more stringent, Hero. So maybe I'm
Yeah.
become more conditioned that way. But
Yes.
back in India, it is not like that. But still, we have to be careful. With
Policy, be guided by the
yes,
policies that you have in your
school
school.
policy. Yes, never go beyond your school policy. Right?
Right. Right.
Okay. So, anyone has any other query, or shall we end the session now? Maithili, Hero, however you think. I think people have left or what, I guess. So it was indeed very, very nice for me also.
You are in mute.
No, there are 90 people on the screen. So if you
okay.
want to ask questions, you're welcome to stay. You want to leave, you're welcome to leave. Our session is ended. Everyone,
Hero
thanks
ma'am.
you very much, Monisha. Thank you so much. We are here for another 5 more minutes. So go ahead and ask your questions.
Hero
Yes.
ma'am, I have a doubt. This is Jagdishwari
Yes.
here.
Yes.
Ma'am, as we are discussing about the students' wish and no going about the school's policy, I have also started something called Book Wish Jar in my library, wherein no, I just want to attract my students and improve my collections based on my students' wish. So they keep dropping their wish list, and no, when we started and consolidating the list, there are certain comics, graphic novels, that manga series, and all those stuff, comes in. And no, we have three librarians in this. We have two libraries and three librarians working here, and there are discrepancies among me and the other librarian who was working here, because when it comes to students' wish, I just want to know like which type of books we want to take it, because no, there are discrepancies about arises between me and the other librarian, because they says about the content of the book. When you say about the content of the books, I feel like we have a lot of different types of readers in the library. We can't say like no, as you said, horror books are completely not allowed. No, I'm not for that, because no, we have to encourage all kind of readers, right? So it's only that students wish to choose the book. Do we have to restrict in such a way like we are not allowing anything like that?
All right. Do you want to answer that, Monisha, or shall I?
Since you are in India, so you answer from that point of view, and I'll answer from my point of view. You go ahead first.
Thank you. Thank you, Monisha. Regarding what kind of books you want to keep in your library, it really is very important to have a library policy. And on the library matters, I will share with you a document that you can use for creating a policy. You will decide with your team how you procure the books. What criterias will you use to purchase your books? Once you as a team have decided the criteria, you will share it with your coordinator and your principal. Once that is approved, you will take it forward, and that will determine the collection in your library. For example, Monisha is in Dubai. In Dubai, the rules are very different. We need, and with those rules, they have to be very stringent about the kind of books that they keep. If you're in an international school, you may have books allowed where you find children, the characters in the book wearing very provocative clothes, but the plot of the story is important. Maybe a school in a small town, the population and the school policy may not allow that kind of literature in the school. So it's very important to determine where you are, what is your school policy, what is the vision and the mission of the school, and then create a policy around that. Unless you have a policy, it is no point talking and discussing about this, because we all work in the school. Like a family, if you were born in a particular family, you have rules about clothing. The rest of the world can do what they want, but your family has certain set of values and you follow that set of values. So respecting each organization and their value system, we collect the books and we base our library collection based on that. Because parents send their children to a school looking at the vision and the mission of the school. So we have to follow that. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Urumi, for that.
So
That really
please
helped.
have a policy in place.
Yeah. So I would just like to add that you have to just balance it out. You have to, balance it out between the school's mission vision, as Hiru correctly mentioned, then the expectations. You have to keep that in mind. And within all this, your personal, the colleague to colleague differences, which also arises, which is a reality, you have to keep that aside. It's not about, pandering to personal egos. I understand that, Miss Jag Jagdishwari, as you
Yes,
said,
yes.
I really appreciate that you are doing that wish jar thing. So in that, as you are getting some comics, you really can't have it in the library, but the children put it in, and then they ask you that, Miss, I gave you this wish of mine, but you did not entertain it. So you can explain to them very politely and let them know that, yes, my dear, this is the reason I cannot have it in the library. I have to keep things for everybody. You are also part of everybody, but this is the rules and regulations, again, towards which I have to be responsible. So speak to them, as if you are talking to an adult, and they'll take it that way. They will understand it. So it's the trick is that you balance it out, that what you want over there and what you don't want. That's it. Yes. Anyone else? Anything? And we are always open to queries, and Hiru is always there. She is answering in the WhatsApp group. Anybody needs any help, any anytime, you are most welcome to message, and whenever, as soon as I get time, I will definitely respond to your query. Any kind of challenges, because I know there are a number of challenges that we come across as a librarian, because there is no one to advocate for us. In reality, we have to advocate for ourselves. So please let me know, and to the best of my ability, I will certainly let you know what is the best you can do in your situation.
Okay, Mukesh Chaturvedi has a question. Please go ahead, Mukesh.
Yeah, he's raised his hand for long. Mukesh, we cannot hear you still. Hello, are you there still?
All right. Okay. Anybody else? It's 5:38.
Good evening, ma'am.
हाँ जी बोलिए.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Hiru, ma'am. Ma'am, this session is very just informative, and I would like to just discuss one thing that as ma'am has told regarding the color code, and that's a very nice idea. But in my library, I have used one system that in the beginning of the session, just we have given the orientation to our children. And because in every rake, we have placed a rake number, ma'am. For example, fiction book we have kept in R11 rake. And the cell number I11.12, like this, some rake numbers are there. In each and every book spine, we have pasted one sticker, and there we have mentioned the rake number. So it is easier for the students to take out the book from the rake, and after using it, they're also keeping it back. Basically for the primary class children, 5 and 6, 7 onwards also. So this idea, this concept we are following, ma'am. So according to you, are you thinking that this is the best one, or that color code system will be the best one? We are adopting this system as of now, ma'am.
Mr. Mishra, this system of yours is not bad. It's not wrong either. But here, you are limiting the levels. That's what I feel. That's my thinking. When you do a color code, so it doesn't matter whether the child is from year 3 or year 5 or year 7. She or he can just go and pick up from the fiction, whatever color you have given to that. Okay. So you can easily, transfer yourself to color code. Your library will also look brighter and much more, that organization will be evident on the shelves when you have different colors. You get my point? So that's what I feel. Otherwise, if you are comfortable with this class wise labeling, and you don't want to change, that's up to you. Yeah.
No, ma'am, it is not class wise. It is for general for all. We are having DDC numbers, but sometimes primary children, they don't understand what is the DDC
So in
number.
fiction, I will suggest that move away
Yes,
from DDC. For
yes, ma'am.
non-fiction, you can keep it subject-wise according to DDC.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes,
But in
ma'am. Yes,
fiction, move away from DDC, make it genre-wise.
yeah.
So maybe
Actually, ma'am,
humor,
why
horror.
I implement? Yes, ma'am. Why I implement the practical thing I'm telling? Actually, earlier I was alone in the library. So at that time, maximum students from class 5 to class 8 students, they used to issue book from the library. And after that, the shelving was the very problematic task for us one-man army, as you told. It's very difficult. Then I adopted the system. Then every book we have just stickered one rake number, and the shelf number is already mentioned there. Then after that, I found that children are taking the book after using also, at the returning also, they're putting the book back in the right shelf only. So it is a very easier, practically what I faced, but this color code system is also very nice, ma'am. And
Yeah.
that is
If
also very
your
good
school
concept.
is not, how many classes are you handling? If it is just 1 to 5, then you do it slowly. Maybe over a period of 3 months, you can complete it.
Yes.
The transition, I mean. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. There is a
All right.
question by Palomi. Palomi, can you speak up, please? If you're still on the, if you're still there. Okay. Indumati, we are not discussing MYP today, but we will do this next time. So thank you for the recommendation. Jenny, again, famous children's authors book. You will find plenty of them online, but that's another conversation. Maybe we should all have a session where everyone can share their favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are so many topics actually, Hiru, to talk about. So this series of these sessions, it's going to be pretty long.
Yes. All right. Any good authors? It depends on the kind of books that you have in the library. I would recommend getting the authors' books that you have in the library and then having an author talk. So it all depends on the number of, like if you have Percy Jackson, then you can have an author book talk about Percy Jackson's, the author.
Yeah.
Anything else? It's 5:44 and we are closing now in another minute. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you everybody for being here. And yes, we are around to ask or answer your queries. It doesn't end here. It doesn't
we
end
want to
here.
be,
But yes.
yes, we want to be respectful of everyone's time. So thank you very much and goodbye. And see you again, same time next week, next Saturday. Yes,
Thank you,
very
Library
much.
Solutions. Thank you,
Thank
Maithili,
you, ma'am.
Akash.
Thank you, ma'am.
Catch you
Thank you,
again.
ma'am. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
उधर बाहर चला था, हाँ जेसीबी वाला सब बाहर चला था, वो भी वो फौजी वाला चला था, वो गड्ढा भर रहा था।
Akash, Akshay, you can please, Library Solutions, get everyone out, mute everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Very good.
वो एक ही बताया था।
Library Solutions.